Hi Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your full moon in Libra reading. Let's get right into it. So this is going to be hitting you in your 11th house is the full moon, and Venus is going to be popping in your 5th. You're going to be very focused on goals and gains. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Sagittarius? This is the big answer that's going to be kind of plaguing you, right, during this energy. And I like that it's working with this beautiful Venus in the 5th. 5th house has to do with romance. It has to do with what you do because you love to do it. It has to do with children, creativity. So therefore it's entrepreneurial efforts, right? And that 11th house could be gains that you make. It's considered another money planet within your own business, having to do with things that you love to do because you love to do them. So we have this full moon is happening on Sunday, March 28th, when the sun in Aries forms an opposition to somebody else just got the Unfinished Symphony. Let's go. A change in the wind. I'm sorry, I just totally cut myself off. Let me just pull these to be fair. So we have Unfinished Symphony, a change in the wind, and to be fair. Okay, back to what's going on here. So this full moon again in Libra is happening on Sunday the 28th. So the sun in Aries is going to be in opposition to the Libra moon. This is a time of culmination and promise, right? Fulfillment of something that began in that new moon. So lots of emotions rising to the surface having to do with relationships, romance, growth, the idea of growth. There can be some relationship drama here too, epiphanies happening as well. And remember now, Libra and Aries, this is the relationship axis, right? Aries represents self and Libra represents other, partnership, right? So where, Aries is about self-assertion and Libra is about compromise. So with the Libra moon, we're all going to be feeling especially aware of our need for relationships and everything that goes with it. The need to compromise, the need to negotiate, listening to each other, empathy, all of that, right? So we're going to need to be doing all of that in the energy with Aries, though, which is about being very self-assertive and being like a leader, and I want to do things my way. So it's like balancing things out on the one hand, but then, hey, I want to do things my way. So this is going to be kind of illuminated here. And this need to strike a balance between meeting your own personal needs and then attending to the needs of a significant other. Now that significant other could be friends because it's your 11th house. So 11th house is friendships, people that you may be in business with. It could also certainly be an intimate partner as well, particularly because it works opposite this 5th house energy, which rules romance and relationships, right? So it could certainly be that kind of thing for you, right? Remember, Libra's very diplomatic, very focused on like how equitable is everything. And meanwhile, Aries is like, I want to do what I want to do, right? And again, the full moon is going to highlight this conflict. So relationship epiphanies are going to be happening. I'm going to have a lot of revelations about what we really want to do, our independence, our need for others, partnerships, this idea of, what do we really want long term and what are we willing to give at the end of the day? Right? Now, in all of this, though, we have some really positive energy. See, Venus is going to align with the sun, and Venus rules the Libra moon. It's really good dynamic, particularly used for like resolving conflicts, right? At the same time, Saturn's going to be trining the North Node. Mars is going to be conjunct the North Node, and Saturn is going to be harmonizing with the sun and the moon. And what all of that means is they could be really, really, really helpful interactions with people who are either more experienced than you, superior to you at work, like a superior, like a boss or something like that. Somebody who's sort of more knowing than you in a particular area, having to do with something that you're trying to develop, right? Anything that where it is that you see yourself going. I really like that for you. I feel like it's so good if you're trying to get into anything where you're actually needing other people to help you out. Again, because that 11th house works with that 5th house. So if you're trying to really throw your energies into anything new, really nice supportive energy there, I feel like. So that is what we have for what I really wanted to say, at least for now, about that. The energy that's hitting. Remember, it's hitting on Sunday, but it doesn't it's not that the energies don't understand. Oh, hey, it's the 28th. It doesn't understand that. It is happening at 8 degrees and 18 minutes of Libra, and it is hitting midday, depending on actually where you live. I'm speaking from somebody who lives in New York, but you're going to start feeling it really on like Friday. Right, and the energy is going to kind of dip into next week, where Mercury's going to end up being in Neptune the week after, so very like lack of clarity with communication. So just a little heads up about that. But there's definitely something going on here where something's not done. Could be that relationship. It could be that job that you were planning on getting, that you're either involved in, that business that you want to get into, whatever it is. Something's not finished. But I feel like there's something almost recursive happening here, because we have this idea of unfinished symphony, and then we have a change in the wind. So it's almost like you were going forward in something, whether it was a relationship, a career, whatever it is that you want to do, friendship situation, and then all of a sudden you're realizing that something that you were in is not totally done yet. So you kind of do this like change in the wind sort of recursive step. This idea of, to be fair, something needs addressing before you either release it or fix it. It's got to be that, though. See, unfinished symphony doesn't necessarily mean like you're going back to that job, you're going back to that relationship. It just means that something's not finished, that has value, that had value in your life and still energetically has value, that was left hanging. So again, whether it was that relationship, that job, what needs to be tied up? Maybe that conversation, that tough conversation needs to be had once and for all. But the change in the wind, and to be fair, feeling an unsteady energy going into this, but this is going to be a big game changer. Yeah, look, we have the Five of Pentacles here coming in. So Five of Pentacles, some of you may be feeling like there's a test in your resources, financial issues. It'd be very psychological, because you might just be afraid of financial issues if it has to do with money. And you're in this space of trying to like figure out new options, right? To see your way forward, right? And you're going to be this idea is going to be very illuminated for you, because you're going to be thinking about your future. Again, the 11th house has to do with goals. So if you don't have all the tools in your toolbox to see your goals through, you're going to be in this space where you're going to try to figure out other options, right? So this could certainly be it. Or this could even indicate you just being really scared of losing the security of something, your home, your job, whatever it is. Five of Pentacles could also, because this is working opposite the 5th house, this could be feeling like the pain and the aftermath of a breakup, or just losing somebody, even a death. If that's been the case, I'm so sorry. But you have more support here than you realize now, which is actually nice. And remember, very, very psychological card. Right, this is what you're feeling. It doesn't mean this is necessarily what's happening out in the 3D. It could be, but it's not necessary. It's a general reading. So we have in the situation right now, we have the 6 of Cups, and we have this working with the Temperance energy. Look at this, 6 of Cups, and we have the unfinished symphony. Harkening back to the past, 6 of Cups, nostalgia. Reconciliation for some of you, and that could be to a relationship that you were in at one time. You could be reconciling with old friends, reconnecting with old friends, but really being in this space where you're trying to find the right balance in relationship, particularly if you've suffered mistreatment in the past. This is going to be remedied right now, especially with the help of Temperance. So, this could be working with or against the idea of Temperance. So this is a general reading, so it depends on how it's impacting you. But this is all about cooperation, a new level of trust, patient cooperation can be had in a relationship or friendship after a pretty volatile time period. Those of you who are in business and you're resonating with this as a business situation, you might be dealing with challenging personalities at work, where people are either too aggressive or they're too sensitive. Patience, cooperation, they'll go a long way for you here. Careful of your money here, though. especially because we get the Five of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are really worried about your money. Kind of separate from it's like part of it, and then very interesting. To be honest with you, I am getting like work and relationship vibe here together at the same time. The crowning energy, which is the best to be achieved out of the situation, we have the wheel reverse. So this does indicate like not the best luck right now. You feeling things out of control, feeling very stuck in a rut. Feeling very, very stuck in a rut. Not like, it's like, oh, damn it, now what kind of thing. But we have as the foundation energy, the beautiful 10 of Cups. We're going to come back around to these. I think we need to pull some clarifiers for you guys. So 10 of Cups, yeah, beautiful family contentment, benefits of security, really just good time for family stuff, partnership stuff. Partnership meaning intimate partnership, even business partnership. You know, what you're working on finally coming together, you know, in all the areas that count. Communication, business, you know, if it has to do with that, family situation, romance, whatever the most pressing issue is, that, you know, that you're dealing with energetically. So it does seem like there is this coming together, but yet it's very interesting because I feel like this sense of, in one way or another, you feeling kind of out of control in one area. So in other words, like your relationship might be solid, but work might be like very stressful right now. Or work might be very good. You might be deeply connected to like a business partnership or the situation that you're in, but you may be struggling with the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It does feel like there's an imbalance here. It does seem like that. And, you know, look, I mean, I can't blame you. You're the King of Swords right now. This seems like the smart thing to do, just because things seem a little unclear right now. Focusing on the mind rather than the heart and taking real charge of your circumstances, for sure. Now, the energy external to you that's impacting you is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is very much about intuition, but it's about secrets, right? The High Priestess is a very secretive energy. It's thinking things and feeling things that you're not really sharing with somebody, you know? But really, this is an energy that's asking you to be very patient. If it has anything to do with like an entrepreneurial effort, any sort of project you're working on, any sort of creative endeavor that you're working on here, even with other people, be patient. This like success is coming. Something needs time to mature, or it needs to be nurtured. It's gonna come, but you have to just be super patient. Now your block here and the challenge is the Three of Swords, which is the card of pain. You know, and when we get this in reverse, and when we get this in the challenge, though, there's a challenge in this, right? The pain of a truth, the sadness of something. There's something that's going on that can be, up to this point, has been confusing. You haven't really known what's going on, but suddenly something kind of breaks, and you're realizing something. Now, for some of you, the challenge here could be apologizing to somebody, or somebody apologizing to you. And that could be serving as like just a block. And that's just something to think about here, right? And this is about like recovering after loss. But this being very difficult for you to get past. So I feel like you're experiencing some sort of pain somewhere in your life. You're having a very hard time moving past it. Sorry for the quiet, but I'm feeling like my energies are being pulled in many different directions. It's like I feel it in my heart chakra, I feel it in my throat chakra. It's like conversation needs to be happening, but there's some sort of deep pain. I don't know if it's with a relationship, if something's going on with a family member, but there's deep concern for something that's almost layering or like veiling all the other energy that I'm talking about here. So like In other words, like, I don't know, maybe something's going on with a family member or a parent or something that's very painful. In addition, you have a lot of things going on at work. And in addition, you have some relationship issues going on. So very interesting. So we have in the near future, very nice energy. 6 of Wands, love it, right? This is deserved success, great energy if you've been struggling. Great acknowledgement at work, right? This has to do with any sort of relationships, right? Going across the wheel to that 5th house energy. Beautiful. Feelings are shared, well received, good communication comes in that can lead to deepening of connection. And I like the 6 of Wands because I feel like this works quite nicely with the Temperance energy here, right? Because this is good news coming in and really good communication. I feel like this is going to be like just what the doctor ordered kind of thing. And we have the 2 of Cups as the final outcome energy here. So beautiful. 2 of Cups, mutually supportive relationship. New passion. If you're unattached, that 5th house energy is bringing you somebody new. Sagittarius, if you want them, stay open. This is a very positive connection. Very positive proposal as well. So even if you're in relationship, this is somebody offering you something really positive. If things are difficult right now, harmony returning, beautiful nurturing relationships. I like it. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a change in the wind here. Because I do, you know, with this wheel reverse, not such the best luck here happening, right, in this current situation. And then it has such a good ending. So I feel like something's going to make like a very cool U-turn. And it's going to be very, very, well, I like to be fair. To be fair means everybody's ears and eyes are open. Everybody's hearing everybody, right? If you haven't been fair, if somebody has not been fair to you. I mean, I just feel like because we have the 6 of Cups energy, what I like about this is there's acknowledgement if somebody wasn't treating somebody the best in a friendship, in an intimate relationship, in a work situation, whatever it is. There's going to be really good conversation here. But I feel like it's not going to be after some stuff. It's definitely like... I'm laughing a little bit because Sagittarius, the King of Swords, right? I mean, it's a Capricorn and Aquarius energy, but when it comes to like... I'm getting this like Sagittarius, like, I know what needs to be done. Don't question me. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, let's just do it this way. And you getting resistance and you really not wanting to hear about it. You know, you're just not wanting to hear about it. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. That's so funny. I just said that. Conclusions are within reach. Beautiful. Change in the wind. Here we go. One more. Work through your fears. Yeah. I mean, obviously there are going to be fears going on here. I mean, there's a lot of working through the shadow nonsense of you, Sagittarius. Please, you know, just embrace it. You guys are the south node of the moon. You never want to, those of you who are a south node, if you know your nodal placements, if you're a south node Sagittarius, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just let the change happen. Embrace, open up your mind, learn new things, open yourself up, welcome it, welcome it, welcome it. Not a good energy to fight. Never a good idea to try to fight the nodal energies. You know, it's just not a good idea. But all right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this is helpful for you in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.